WIP Wonderland. I'm Reka, and this is the space where I talk about all my making, crochet, knitting, sewing, sometimes about crafty books or other adventures which I have with fiber or textile art. It's been a while since we had the last episode. This is episode 3, and this time I don't have any finished objects and I'm not wearing any hand knits because my summer top knits are all in progress. I couldn't finish any of them, didn't matter how much I wanted to. So let's start with the in progress project. My first one is Sailor Swift Top by Kutovatika. I showed it last time and it was almost done, but I was struggling with the ribbing. So now the bottom part is done. I know it's rolling up, but it's on purpose. I changed the original ribbing. It would have been ribbing and then just a simple cast off. But because of the yarn I'm using, it's Filcolana Arvetta. It's really stretchy because of the yarn. And I chose to knit a size smaller than I would need to. But that resulted in not fitting me if I do the regular cast off and the ribbing. So I forgot it back, and instead of the ribbing I just knit until I was done, and then I did an I-cord edge. And it rolls up a tiny bit, but I don't mind because I know I will wear it under skirts or tucked into jeans or pants, or yeah, basically tucked into anything, so I didn't mind. And what is missing still is the I-cord on the edges, the neckline and the armholes. And it's not done basically because I didn't feel that I have the mind power to do the I-cords, and I was really scared that I will mess up the pickup. Why I didn't have the mind power is because I started to knit on my first ever test knit, which I will show you a bit later, and that basically took away my focus and my energies. So this is still not done. Hopefully next time we meet it will be done, because I really want to take it with me on my next trip. And I have a second Sailor Swift top. Also I showed it the last time, but it was really just at the start. And now we are really close to the finish. So this is knit with Knitting for Olive pure silk, and I started this at the end of, I started it in April 1st or April 2nd. I bought the yarn in Prague in our last trip, and the idea is this ombre effect, so light pink, darker pink, and really dark pink, and the stripes are all in this hot pink, and the I-cord border will be in this hot pink. This is my first time ever working with silk yarn, and I really love it. I was a bit skeptical because I do not like to knit with cotton, and I was afraid that silk will be a similar feel and it will hurt my hand, but it's not. So since then I ordered more yarn and I have 2 more projects. Well, one is ongoing in pure silk, and there is another 2 projects which are in plans, which I will make with the same yarn. So this is almost done. I took my blue version and I counted how many stripes I needed to reach the length I want, and then I divided it with 3 and I changed it a tiny bit, so it should have been 10, 10 and 9, but I decided to make it a tiny bit shorter. So the top one is 10 stripes with the light pink, and then 9 stripes with this strawberry color, and then it will be another 9 stripes with this one, so it will be a tiny bit shorter, but I think it will fit really well. And this time I knit a size medium because that would be my true size. I didn't know how much this will stretch. It has quite a good stretch, but it's not that extreme like the wool yarn, and I know with blocking it will grow vertically, so I'm not worried about the fit at all. I really enjoy knitting on this. This is basically my mindless knitting at the moment. So whenever I'm tired of focusing on test knit or on the go or something, I just pick this up and just go round, 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 round. I enjoy it a lot. I can imagine having this in at least 2 more color schemes, but probably not now because I do have other plans to make for the summer. So I will finish these 2 and then try another design. This I really want to get done by the end of May, which is my birthday, and I would like to take it with me on my birthday trip to Portugal. I have a me-made skirt, a skirt I saw before, which is basically this color, so it will fit really well with this, and I cannot wait to wear it. These both were part of Kutova Kika's stripes call with Kika. It was a knit along for March and April, and I cast this on March 1st and I cast this on April 1st because I just got addicted to the stripes, and I just enjoyed seeing everyone else's creations. I enjoyed showing mine. It was nice to follow the Ravelry thread or the hashtag on Instagram. The idea was basically to knit any of Kika's designs, either the originally stripy ones, or you can take any of her designs and add stripes. And these are originally stripy ones, so that's what I did. Yes, I can also imagine doing this without stripes. I think this is a flattering design. I tried both of them on, they fit really well. So yeah, I enjoyed. I hope to finish this soon. As soon as I'm done with my test knit, I think the next finished objects will be these, because A, I want to finish them this month, and B, I want to try new things. New projects, and not have 1 million things on my needles, just maybe 900. And since I talked about it already, now let's see the test knit. It's in my flowery big bag from Yarn Queen with my Yarn Edit pin. No, it's the Koruni pin. The Yarn Queen shop is at the Koruni street in Prague, and that's where I got this. And this is where the whole thing lives, because this is my first ever test knit. Maria, who created this pattern, is really lovely. We have an Instagram group where we can chat and ask for help. I needed to ask for help, and it was just a lovely experience. It's not done yet. We finish in May. I don't remember which day. I'm quite close to finish actually. And as I said, I really love working with knitting for olive pure silk, so that's what I chose for my test knit. This is the color Kins, I think. Let me check. Yes, the color Queens. It's 100% pure silk, and I'm really happy about this, and I know they use ethical practices to produce this, so I don't have any, bad feelings about using the yarn. And this is a summer top as well. It's the Ginkgo biloba top, and this is the front, and it will have similar panels on the back, and then we will join the straps. The pattern is really lovely, these ginkgo leaves which go on the middle and go on the straps as well. And I learned a lot. So we needed provisional cast on, and that was the time when I learned it. I never did it before, and I was a bit intimidated when I watched some tutorials about it. But then I tried, and it went so well, it went so easily, because I think the reason why I enjoyed it so much is because I am a crocheter as well. I really love crocheting, and Before I picked up knitting again, I was crocheting all the time, so that was not a problem for me to pick it up. And so this is one panel and this panel, and unfortunately I will need to frog it back because I made some mistakes, so that's waiting for me today. And then I will have back panels. It feels so well. It's a lovely fit. I tried it on yesterday as well to see where the straps are, how long I need to make it. There are two versions in the pattern, so you can make a long version or a cropped version, and I chose to make a cropped version, but I added one more pattern repeat as stated in the pattern, because it was a bit too cropped for me. I don't know if it's my bust or if it's my proportions or what, but I felt like it's a bit too short, even if it will grow vertically with blocking. But yeah, other than that, I followed everything exactly, and I really love it. And I learned so much about my knitting, about myself, about patterns, about processes. So turns out that the way I learned knitting is kind of unique to my area, to my home region. And I was talking to my mom and my grandma, and they were like, yeah, that's how we knit. And so how I learned is to knit through the back loop. That's the standard. And when I purl, I wrap the yarn from under over and not from the top to down. And so that results in twisted stitches all the time. And that already gave me a headache after the provisional cast on. I could fix that easily, that was not a problem. But then later when I started to work in rows instead of in a round, because I switched to the front loop knitting when I started this design, because I knew that's needed. I already knew about myself that I always knit through the back loop, and it won't work for this because of the design and everything. But when I started to work in the rows instead of in the round, the pearls really just changed everything. So I reached out to the group, and actually the other testers were really lovely, and they helped me figure out. I was filming how I purl, I was filming how I knit, and we figured it out. And since I fixed that, it's going really well. It's going lovely. And yep, so I learned that about myself, and I talked to my mom and my grandma, and yeah, they do the same. Obviously I learned from them, but yeah, it was something interesting. Yes, so I learned the provisional question, I learned this about my pearls, and it's just overall about shaping, about patterns and repeats. It's just been a lovely experience with a lot of knowledge and a lot of help from kind people. I really enjoy it, and I hope to do test knitting again in the future. I already have a plan. What would I like to test knit? It's a pattern which is just in the design phase yet, so I didn't even apply yet, but we will see. I'm not going to talk about that now. So yes, I'm making size 4, and I'm making it without waist shaping and the cropped version, and I cannot wait to wear it. I think it will look lovely with this linen blazer I have as well. It will be lovely, especially for my travel. Hopefully it will be warm. I started this on April 8th or 10th. The test knitting started, and I needed to wait for my yarn. I ordered directly from Knitting for Olive. That was the easiest for me, because the shops where I found this in Belgium, we live in Belgium, where I found this in Belgium, they were highly overpriced, like double the price than how much I paid for when I ordered directly. So yes, so I ordered directly. I ordered extra yarn just to be safe, but it's basically 2 bowls of the pure silk is enough for this. And yeah, I'm totally on track. I measured everything. I measured how much yarn one pattern repeat takes. I measured before start. I measured before when finishing the body. So I kept a log of things, and yeah, it's just a lovely experience, and I plan to finish it either this week or like beginning of next week, and I'm looking forward to block it and wear it. It will be lovely. Okay, so that's about my test knitting. I wanted to show the socks I'm making for my friend Nadine, and but it doesn't have a lot of progress because I only took it with me just really few times, and this is basically my on-the-go knitting. This is where we are. Not a lot of progress. In a few rounds I will start the heel. I don't like to make a long leg because I feel like it fits better if it's lower on the calf. So I will start the heel soon, and then it will be just smooth in the round knitting all the time. I started these last year and I really wanted to get these done by her birthday in January, but we were in the middle of moving, so I couldn't. But it's alright. She will get it by her name day, which is in August. We celebrate name days in my culture. I'm from Hungary and it's a big thing for us. Yeah, so I will get this done for her name day. And my last work in progress is a crochet project, which I also shown before. It's my friendship blanket, which has no pattern, no designer. It's just a blanket which my friend started when we both lived in Prague, and she moved overseas last year, and then she asked me if I would like to take it over and would like to finish it, and she gave me the project and the leftover yarn she had. Of course I said yes, and then we moved as well, so I didn't work on it a lot, and then I picked it up like a month ago and quickly used up all the yarn she left me, and then I was searching for some similar yarn because I couldn't get the same one, and I found some lovely options in my local yarn store, so I substituted, and now it's really close to finish. I will try to show it. So this is where we are. So the point where you see the marker is where she left off, and from that point to the top it's all my crochet. It was just a really simple double crochet thing, back and forth, and I tried. So in her yarn it was a self-striping yarn, the ombre yarn, and so this is what she did. She used 2 balls of that, and there was some random leftover yarn, and there was my random leftover yarn, and then these colors in the top are the ones which I bought, and I decided to do reverse order coloring. So for her is from darkest to lightest, and for me I was doing from lightest to darkest. So now that I'm switching colors, the lightest again, and then I will go up. So I'm here again, and then I will go like this, so it will be like the opposite way at the 2 ends, if that makes sense. A lot of ends to weave in, and I'm thinking to get, when I finish it, whether or not I want to make a border. I'm thinking to make an I-cord border. I got obsessed with I-cord basically, but I need headspace for that. So I think this will be soon done, and then I will just use up the yarn I bought, and I will not buy more because I think it's big enough for the time I'm sitting in the armchair, knitting, reading, watching something on the TV, or yeah, just evening chill. So I don't think I will buy more yarn, maybe for the border if I don't have enough, because I bought an extra ball from this color, and I'm thinking of doing a border, maybe I-cord, maybe something else. If you have an idea, then let me know. I'm open to suggestions, and I like to learn new techniques. So yeah, that's basically the progress. No pattern, no designer, we are the designers. And it's been a lovely experience when I just progress with it, and we are chatting WhatsApp and we just talk about this or some things, and it makes me feel more connected to my friends. So that's why I'm calling it the friendship blanket. All right. I don't have more projects, but I do have something else I want to show you. So give me a moment, I will grab it and I will be right back. Hello again. So I have, well, fitting, a yellow book. This book I ordered online, but I ordered it on a Czech website. I lived in Prague before and I had to go back to deal with some paperwork in March, at the end of March, and I ordered this to arrive to my friend, and then time when I went back I just picked it up. This is Gertie's Ultimate Dress Book, which is a sewing book, and it has many patterns which resemble the 1940s, 1950s, maybe 1960s. It's like vintage style, but modern construction, modern techniques, and I really like to sew. I don't have as much time for it as I would like to, and it's basically, when I take out the sewing machine, it's like 2-3 days of madness, of sewing madness, and everything is covered in yarn, not yarn, textiles and bobbins and patterns and measuring tape and scissors and everything, and then I pack it away and then I don't touch it for 2 months. That's my process, and I have quite a few batches of textile which I would like to use up for certain projects, mostly dresses and skirts. I really like to wear skirts, and I love these 50s style dresses and skirts, so that's why I bought this. And why it's really good and why I wanted to talk about it is because you can take just parts of the dress design and mix and match them. So for example, I won't show details of the book because yes, I bought it and I don't want to give too much away, but you have different body styles and she gives you like a full dress design, for example this, but you can make it in a way that you just like the top or you just like the bottom, and you match this bottom with another style of bodice, maybe this one, because maybe that's more flattering to you, or that's fitting your skills more, and you can just mix and match and just make your own designs. And it has a huge section which talks about techniques and textiles and yardage and certain things you need to take into consideration when you plan your projects. And it has the patterns in the back already printed and cut out, and you just need to choose your size and cut it out. And it talks about fitting, it talks about interfacing, it talks about hemming. It's just a lot of information in this book, and I need to buy some more textile for a dress I want to make from this, but I already have some which I will use. I want to make a circular skirt, and it teaches you how to make circular skirt in different proportions. So you know, the quarter one, the full skirt, the full circle skirt, how much waviness you want, how to make ruffles and folds, and it's just a lot of information. So I'm really happy about it. I was looking forward to have this. It's all in English. She has a YouTube channel, she has website, she has 4 books altogether, I think. But as I was researching, and this was the most fitting for what I was looking for, because I do know how to sew, I know basic techniques, I did sew clothes before, I did make my own clothes before, not a lot of them, and most of them don't fit me anymore because I was in university and high school. But yes, so this is fitting what I wanted, so I'm really looking forward to using this. That's my book recommendation this time, and I will definitely show what I'm making from this. I don't have more projects to show, but I did want to talk about future plans. Sorry for the cut. So I just realized after recording everything that I didn't tell you that you can find me on Instagram as WIP Wonderland as well, and I will link all the projects and the book and everything I talk about in the description box below. So if you go down, there is 3 dots and it says more, and if you click on it, it will open up a list, and then you will find all the information. And I will try to put up pictures about the projects I'm planning to do wherever it's available. That was the dog, sorry. Yeah, and yeah, I just totally forgot about everything. I think I didn't even mention patterns or like creators, and yeah, so sorry about that. I think my mind was not really there. But I will link everything down below, and yeah, you can check everything. Thanks. So I wanted to talk about some projects I plan to make in the near future. I already mentioned that some of my friends are expecting babies, and I plan to make them something. And at first I was thinking of knitting some baby clothes or something, but one of them is a knitter, and the other one I just have something completely different in mind, which I would feel more comfortable doing in crochet. So I plan to make them baby shoes. That's what I used to make, crochet baby shoes for my friends who ever had a baby. So I would like to get back on this kind of tradition. So they will definitely get baby shoes, crochet baby shoes. But one of them who lives in Germany, she is a huge Harry Potter fan. So I decided to make her a baby blanket, a crochet baby blanket, Harry Potter style. It will be, I got some pictures from Pinterest and got inspired from that. So it will be basically the 4 houses colors, and then in the middle there will be the starting letter of her name, the baby's name. And I did not start it yet, but I did choose the colors already, and I wanted to show you. So it's in a bag which my granny made me. It's just a drawstring bag, and I love this textile. I love this pattern. It's so sweet and it reminds me of my granny. So the colors for the Harry Potter blankets are these. So these will be Slytherin, these will be Gryffindor, and either these or these will be Hufflepuff, and these will be Ravenclaw. No, Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. And I couldn't decide if I want this for Ravenclaw or this, but we will see. I will probably start with Gryffindor and Slytherin, and then make it as I go. These are all Catania original from Zachenmeyer. It's 100% cotton yarn, and I bought them when I still lived in Hungary, because I had small business making sewn and crocheted things, mostly for household and skincare, and it was all zero-waste style. So it was important for me to have 100% cotton yarn, which could be composted after it's no longer usable. So these are all from that era, kind of, and it was important for me to have non-acrylic yarn for babies, and I don't think that for someone else's baby I would feel comfortable using wool, because I don't know how much the baby will be sensitive to itchiness and so on. So cotton yarn was a safe choice, and it will be like a blanket, and I plan to put how do you call that when you back the project? So there on the other side there's textile, and it's all the same yarn except this one, which is a yarn art, also 100% cotton yarn, and that was from a trip to Poland. Because yes, I travel and then I buy yarn wherever I go, kind of a souvenir. So after I finish my summer tops, this is the next one, because the baby is due soon. and I do not want to be late. It happened many times before. I don't want to be late. And the other thing is, I mentioned I really enjoy working with pure silk from Knitting for Olive. One of my Sailor Swift top is with that, and my testknit, the Ginkgo biloba top, is with that. So I ordered more of the pure silk, and I wanted to show you which projects I'm planning. So I ordered this blue one. It's called Blue Tit, 100% silk, and I will make, yes, I will make a petty knit pattern. I will make the cumulus blouse, yes, the cumulus blouse, the v-neck with the shorter sleeves out of this, and I think it will be perfect for spring and autumn. It's a really light top, and it only needs like 200 grams for my size. So I'm really happy about that. It's just 4 balls of Knitting for Olive. It goes a long way. It has a long yardage. It has 250 meters for 50 grams. It's a lot. So it will be in this really lovely blue color. I love to wear this blue. I have quite a few tops in this blue, but never enough. And I have these. It's a lighter blue. It's called Poppy Blue. And I'm planning to make another Ginkgo biloba top out of this, also the cropped version, a bit longer than the original, but still cropped, because this is just such a nice, happy color for me. I don't know. Yeah, I think it would look lovely in this. And the last color is copper, which I also fell in love with. And I will make the love letter top from Kutova Kika out of this. I had the pattern, I bought the pattern months ago, and I wanted to make it for a while, but I could not figure out what yarn to use because I didn't want it to be bulky. It is a decay gauge, so it has somehow like a thicker structure, like a thicker yarn, a lot of stitches together. It's lace, it's either wholly or like a lot of things together, and I was not sure what to use. And when I started to use pure silk for other projects, I figured that I really like to work with this, and even holding this double wouldn't be too much on my hands. So that's what I chose. So I bought quite a few balls of this, and I will make the love letter top, hopefully still in the summer. I start to feel I might plan too much, but we will see. We will see. These are all in a lovely bag from Tulip. I got this bag on H&H Cologne when I visited the fair, and the Tulip stand was so lovely, and I'm planning to buy their crochet hook sets because my hooks are from different places, and I really like to have some ergonomic ones, and I think theirs are really good, so that's what I will do, but a bit later. Now it's more on the knitting side and less crocheting, but yeah, I'm getting back to crochet as well. And the last plan, which I mentioned already the last video, but I was messing up the yarn, so it's the Jupiter crop, which is like a top / sweater. So it's a short sleeve sweater. It's color work, all around color work, everywhere color work. And in Retrosaria Rosa Pomar in Lisbon, they have kits for the design. And I was saying that it's out of Mondim yarn, but it's not. It's their own yarn. And now I don't remember again, and I didn't write it down. It's either Brusca or Vovo. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it's not Mondim. But anyway, I love to work with their yarn, so when I go, I will pick up the kit. Maybe I will switch up the colors, maybe not. We will see what will look good in person, what will I like. I like to hold the yarn like to my face and check it to see how it behaves with my skin. I have a bit of a yellow undertone, and I'm a winter type in like styling, so it does matter which shade I'm using, otherwise I can look really, really pale, and I'm already pale enough without that. So I like to choose in person, and that will be my birthday cast on this year, and hopefully I get it done really fast. The last time I did color work, it went really, really fast, so I enjoyed the process so much. I enjoyed the changes. It kept me interested throughout the whole process. I think mostly because of the colors, and I did learn a lot about color work and working with multiple yarns, so I'm really excited for that. I'm looking forward. So yeah, that will be the birthday cast on at the end of this month, and then we will see how much I progress with anything. We will see if the Bay Minutes will take over my life or the Summer Knits will take over my life. And also I have a lot of leftover from different colors from the Katani I showed, and now I start to have leftovers from the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, and I'm thinking what color work project I could make which could use up these kind of yarns. So if you have some project which you did before and you really like, or which just you think it would really look good in these yarns, using up smaller amounts of different colors of fingering weight yarn or DK weight yarn, and I'm all ears, and please let me know in the comments. Well, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for hanging out with me again, and hopefully see you soon. See you next time. Take care. Bye.